And as the shutdown continues, there are more and more Americans that are really feeling the impacts, especially if they rely on government services. And joining us today is Jacqueline Castillo Blaber. She's a mom from Niagara Falls. Thank you for being here with us, Jacqueline. And we know that children rely on special education services while they're at school. And some of these kinds of services are the ones that actually start to get reduced across the country, particularly when you look at cuts to the education department. I know that this was a concern even when they started discussing the cuts earlier on. So throughout your career, I'm sure that this is something you've battled, but is this shutdown making it harder right now?
It does make it harder. I have two children with disabilities, one with dyslexia and one with high support needs autism, and it makes it extremely hard. The city that I live in is a small city school district in the service desert, Niagara Falls. We don't have access in our county or city to occupational therapy, speech therapy, high impact tutoring, the things that our kids depend on for independence. So it makes a huge impact. We've already started to get word from our districts on value cuts and things like that. So it's scary.
I know that there's so many moms that are in your position, and this is something that I know is in the back of your mind all of the time. And so when you start to see things unravel a little bit, where are you able to turn for the help that you need?
Where we turn to a lot are, our PTAs, our special education PTAs. I'm a president of one, but also some of the funding that is, being cut provides these parent training centers that we rely on, that I've relied on to become an advocate for my child. And it's a little scary that, their grants aren't in question and these might not exist to help parents be empowered to navigate a very complex system.
Yeah, no question about that, especially when I feel like there was some promises early on that IEPs and things like that families needed wouldn't be in jeopardy. And now it seems like there's a bit of a struggle. What would you like to see from lawmakers, particularly in regards to education funding and the help for some of these special needs kids?
I mean, I'd like to see everything defunded. And I know that everything is kind of on hold right now. There's like a court injunction that's happening to have all of those positions cut, and the oversight. We depend on that accountability that comes from OSAP. In my district alone, we have 24% of our enrolled population for the students is students with disability. That's a quarter of the students there have IEPs, depend on oversight guidance. Those teachers depend on, a lot of what OSAP provides. And we absolutely need it. We're in a target support improvement in 9 of 11 of our schools, and we're on accountability plans. And some of the subgroups that are affected are students with disabilities. And I guess what I would ask for is for lawmakers to truly look at those systems and how it's all connected from the federal government to state to our local districts and our daily lives. This is workforce development. Children with disabilities become adults with disabilities, and it's in everybody's best interest for them to become as independent and successful in life as possible. So it's a problem for everybody, not just parents with disabilities.
Absolutely, and that's what all Americans should want for our next generation and for our children. Jacqueline Castillo Blaber, thank you for spending some time here with us today.